Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, my hair. Oh, never mind lah. Yeah, you know what is bothering me? Alright, so today, enough about the advanced playing style. I will talk about traits again. But for today in particular will be the chain trait. So, team anger. But before we start, right, I want to talk about how chain trait to me most of the time still a bit weak, because a lot of the decks nowadays, right, they out of nowhere they can draw 2, draw 3, draw 4 each turn. So or other support cards, like offer handshake or whatever bullshit. So what I'm trying to say is, chain opponent can still easily discard 2 card or just overturn 2 if their hand less than 4. Then reverse me. I have encountered so many games where I lose from start to end game, right? Opponent reverse my every single submission yellow chain maneuvers. So it's really very annoying. So even in cases where they let me in on purpose, it is because they know that there's nothing much I can do. Like for example, I have my fort ready, I open my stuff ready, but I still not enough to kill them. So that is a very very sad experience. So I'm here to tell you guys, if you want to play chain, make sure that you have other sources, like for example speed your opponent or your superstar ability, which is the most dependable, or other support cards that can make them discard more. So on top of discarding to reverse your my maneuvers, they have to go and think about what if they suddenly no hand or not enough cards in the hand, then or if I successfully discard their hand already, what else can I do? You know what, I'm just not going to talk so much. Yeah, I didn't rehearse this, sorry. But anyway, like what I said, I would prefer I have another thing besides the discard 2 for my chain trait to make him discard more. So in this case, if I am successful with my submission, I can heal 1 card. I'm not even talking about his own other support cards like take care of number 1. That one you can heal more lah, like 4 card. But this one, success submission, you can heal 1. So this is already very good. If it is not successful or he reverse, okay, even from arsenal, he need to discard 1 more. So the proper procedure will be he want to reverse your team anger card. First, he need to trigger the chain trait first. He discard 2, then reverse like revo counter your chain stuff, and then play the reverser. So that's 3 card already. He reverse, he need to discard 1 more. So that's a total of 4 card. Okay, so if he never reverse at all, you body lock or wrap around wrist lock, he from arsenal overturn and reverse, he still need to discard. Okay, so this is the thing about team anger that I like lah. So he reverse or don't reverse, if my damage high enough, he still need to go and discard that 1 card. Okay, so team anger very good to annoy your opponent, discard your opponent card. Okay, so if you are worried about not having the search engine, one of his support cards that I want to tell you guys is, if your fortitude is lesser than your opponent, each turn you can just search your arsenal for non-unique F0 maneuver, then put it in your hand. Okay, any non-unique F0. You want to waist lock also can, you want to judo choke also can, you want to pack your arsenal with panic also can. But today, this deck I focusing on the chain, so most of the time I'll look for ankle lock, wrap around wrist lock, rest hold, whatever, this kind of stuff lah. Okay, so just gonna skip this. So again, chain trait, the first few cards that is new, catch as catch can. Okay, so as you guys can see here, when Calgary is in ring, when I will search my arsenal for chain trait, I may instead bury 2 ringside and non-reverser. By the way, for the chain trait, meaning you have to trigger it in the first place. Okay, you still have to go and discard 2 to trigger the chain trait. Then you can decide whether you want to search or you bury 2 ringside non-reverser. Okay, but most of the time I do not even go and touch this because I want the search engine. Okay, so if my maneuver fail, like over here, Calgary, when opponent reverse my chain card, okay, I can heal 2 card. Okay, but instead of healing 2, I will be able to go and trigger the second part. Okay, when you move ringside cards, would move, I may instead go and search for printed F5 or less chain card. So for example, if I got my fortitude already, my F0 or whatever lah, I can search for bear hug 1-5, or I can search for body lock 5-7. Okay, I can look for rest hold and all that. So this is my search engine. I will not talk about this because I don't actually use this a lot. Okay, so moving on to Calgary. So if I want to go and do my first paragraph over here, right, my Calgary is therefore must in one lah. Die also must be inside one. Okay, so luckily in VC you can just play lah with hometown hero. Okay, so of course hometown hero, there's a penalty. I can play a venue when my opponent has a venue, and my venue cannot be blank. Okay, when my venue is not SS, my starting hand size is -2. Okay, so just take note lah, this one -2. Okay, then next part. Of course, there's the title belt where you can go and search for chain card, but I always like the tech importer much more, because if you are to search for anything that put into your hand, there is a number of pre-match cards that will be able to mess with your hand. Okay, but tech importer you put under this, and RMS cannot be blank, perm cannot be plucked away. Your chain card under here is very safe. So just in case your opponent mess with your hand, you start game also cannot. I always have this as a backup. Okay, but of course I have my backstage, my team anchor backstage over here. If my fortitude rating, I can always just go and search for F0 lah, but still I always have this. Okay, I put anchor lock, I put rest hold, so depending on what, like for example rest hold, I got something I want to take away, I will go and put under here, and then if not, I will always start with quick snap body slam or anchor lock. But my entire deck is focused on submission because I just want to drain all his submission away. Okay, so yep, don't want to think so much my lazy method. It's good for you all also lah, just go and test it out, then you guys can mix around. Okay, so tech importer, your pre-match search engine. Okay, of course, like what I said just now, I want to discard my opponent as fast as possible. Okay, so product. Okay, if you cannot, you can put this, then good for you. Cannot put this, then too bad. Okay, so I only want this. Your next phase pre-match has the added number of tags. Pre-match card in my ring area is increased by 2. Maximum number of pre-match cards you may have in your ring area increased by 2, which means this card is free. And then this card is also free. Okay, so this is the actual card that I want. Anytime my opponent play a backlash card, he play a sustain only. Success, not success. Play, he discard already. Okay, I want to discard my opponent as fast as fucking possible. Okay, but of course, if you cannot put this, but for example, opponent also put this lah. He start first, his value is higher, which most of the time is going to be because this is only 2. Okay, you quickly put down your product, then after that you just old school psychology, then both is free. But you sway this one you cannot put then this one take 1 slot lor. I still die will go and put this card. Okay, so for the rest of our team angle support, right, whether you want to go and fucking put it or not, that's your own fucking problem. Okay, so for me, this is the cards that I die will put in lah. So catch, Calgary, tech importer, each 3 slot already. Ignore the hometown hero. And then these two, free or not, up to you. Okay, can? So pre-match, I throw one side first. So again, this is a video focusing more on chain trade. Okay, chain trade. This one I throw one side first. I want my opponent to discard as fast as possible, and when he got nothing, I want to do something. I will talk about this this one later. Okay, so the first one over here will be Desperate Struggle. Okay, so this is a backup after my Flawless Transition. You know what, I should probably talk about this first. So the first card for support for chain will be Flawless Transition. You can be played with a non-SS printed F0 chain, so anchor lock or your rest hold. So this is something lah. So Flawless Transition, so this is a chain card. It can be a grapple or submission. When played, choose grapple or submission. But of course, if I'm going to play anchor lock, I'm definitely going to put submission, right? Correct. So if you're playing quick snap, just choose as grapple, and then if you are playing submission, just choose as submission. Then submission lah. So as you guys can see, this is chain. Whatever your ankle lock or what chain lah, he need to discard 2 to reverse this first, and then must reverse the other card also. Must reverse, which means he need to discard another 2. So most of the time, opponent won't go and reverse this. Okay, even if it's for fun. However, if your opponent got a very big drawing power, right, they will still try and reverse this one. Okay, I myself have already reversed this, don't know how many times, because I die also don't want my opponent to have 4 fort or even 2. Okay, so this is something. But again, just take note that if your opponent reverse your chain or whatever, right, by the way, flawless is 2, flawless itself is 1, and then your ankle lock is another 1. So you can trigger this 2 times. Okay, so just make sure that you guys go and remember, or you just want to go and search 1 then heal 2, also up to you lah. Okay, then flawless transition, that's it. So if opponent reverse flawless transition or whatever, right, you still have your backup, which is desperate struggle. So same thing, opponent must reverse 2 lah. So print F0 3D minus, okay, printed 3D minus. Doesn't matter if you go and increase the damage. Judo choke, you go and increase until damage 8 or whatever, it is still printed 0-3. Okay, so combine this with the chain card, so you make your opponent waste reversals lah. Okay, so this is the backup. Or this one success, then you still need additional fort that you can still use this lah. Then you wrap around wrist lock lor, or you ankle lock, then it's 2+2 or 2+3. Okay, so this is just the backup. Okay, so victory roll. One sec So tag importer, which is over here, because for Team Anger I have the backstage card, which allows me to already search for F0. Okay, so most of the time when I use my tag importer, it is for precision kick. The second my opponent don't have hand, right, I will use the precision kick over here under tag importer, as you guys can see, precision, and then put under this card. Okay, I will, after my precision kick, I will victory roll. Okay, some more it is your first cheese card, so cannot arsenal, so can only hand. So yeah, opponent need to straight away just eat 6 damage lah. But of course, go and check your opponent ringside power for douche, Kalito, this kind of stuff. The second these 2 is inside their ringside power, they did not heal that card inside, right, your opponent got 0 hand. Precision kick got 30 fort, victory roll. Okay, can only be played after a successful played 5D or greater. Can only from your opponent hand. Opponent got no hand, opponent is shit, you straight away win con already. Okay, so this is one of the winning method for chain. Discard your opponent hand, then do this. Can, especially for Team Anger, I can precision kick put under here, or if any other decks, I'm not sure which one can keep letting you search. Maybe Rikishi, I'm not sure. But yeah, for Team Anger at least, I play precision kick, then victory roll. Okay, so next card over here I have is sort of a bonus, witty retort. So like I said in my previous videos, right, RFGing your opponent is also one way of winning. So you make your opponent discard chain trade. What if your opponent can heal like free and draw like free? You might want to punish your opponent a little bit. Okay, so for example, your opponent open sustain. Okay, the next few cards he definitely want to sustain. After sustain is in ring and he aced the effect, then you can put this in. Okay, when an opponent card cause him to discard any number of cards that is not hit, dynamic or whatever, right, they are RFG. Okay, so opponent go and trigger the sustain, you can just put in this card. I might be wrong. I think the second opponent play sustain, you can put this in already. It's just that the next turn onwards, when he discard anything not hit, not dynamic, they are RFG. Okay, something like that. But yeah, this one is just to annoy my opponent. Every time he discard for my chain trade, right, if he don't discard hit dynamic, right, I'll make him RFG lah. Painful lah. So this card I definitely have inside my mid match. Okay, so RFG your opponent cards. Make him think twice if you want to reverse you. Okay, so moving on, again, I repeat, I'm not trying to intro this deck because I don't want to waste so much time. I will move on to the Arsenal chain cards. One sec. I know a lot of you guys, right, will go and argue with me like stuff about what you call it? Oh, one second, I'm just searching my deck for the stuff. Did I miss out anything? Did I miss out anything? I don't think I fucking miss out anything. I don't think I miss out anything. Yes, very good. I did not miss out anything. Alright, so of course a lot of people will come and argue with me, hey, what about your mid-match card? Like for example, your rest, your ready to fight lah, or your other mid-match stuff. You want to go and put that, sure, go ahead. But for team angle, I don't see a point, because if I success my submission or grapple, I can already heal one. Rest, ready to fight, I play, I shuffle 5. Okay, then after that, right, I can ace. Then I still need to go through opponent ace. I feel like a bit waste time. Rest hold, precision kick, which the one I tell you guys about the victory roll. But this one I just throw one side first. Something that I pack here. For chain also, so as long as you discard your opponent, finish everything already, right? Precision kick. So just pack lah. Maybe you pack 3, maybe you draw opponent no hand already, then you can straight away precision kick lah. Okay, so grab, wrap around, wrist lock, ankle lock, body lock, bear hug. Actually bear hug should be here. Let me check the rest of my maneuvers. I don't think it's my ankle lock here. Yeah, ankle lock here already. Rest hold here already. Grab here, wrap around here, bear hug here, body lock here. Dynamic finisher don't need to check. Alright, so let me tidy up here again. Wrap around, wrist lock, grab, rest hold. Alright, so the bonus never mind, I'm just intro. Alright, so rest hold, one of my favorite card that is often overlooked. Okay, so if you play ready to fight, right, this card is very useful. Okay, so when successfully play one, put one mid match from your ring side to your backlash. So you ready to fight already, right? You're ready to fight is already in RSP. You play this success, you take out your ready to fight, then use again, then ace again. Okay, so this is one part. The second one I really like a lot. Put one non-unique card from your opponent ring area into his ring side pile. Non-unique card. Okay, any non-unique card, your waist lock, your whatever. What the fuck is that? Old school power. Old school psychology. Yeah, you also can take away. Or your opponent F0 maneuvers, the fort building cards, just take away, or any of his pre-match. Okay, this is very powerful. I like non-unique card. Okay, so the third part, choose one non-pre-match card in his ring area, and when this card is in ring, that card is blank. Okay, so blank text, opponent sustain, opponent or whatever Arsenal cards or mid-match cards, you all can blank. Okay, this is to me quite powerful already. Okay, so any mid-match card I can put back, any non-unique card I can pluck away, and then any pre-match, non-pre-match I can blank. So rest hold I like. So especially when the opponent like waist lock me or whatever, blank my stuff I really don't like Okay, then I can always flawless rest hold or desperate rest hold. Okay, it's very annoying. And then plus, I can always I pack 3 and then I just go search my Arsenal for another one more. Then next turn I try again Just keep discard him until he cannot tahan. Okay, so grab to me is a bonus card Grab, if successful, I go and search my Arsenal for a non-unique card. I can go and look for my reverser, my Revo, maybe my this card is face. So yeah, I go and look for ones, I go and look for sloppy. So this is a extra bonusy card. I like my hand big and I like to control my own hand. What type of cards I have in my hand Volley this also can. So yeah, my favorite card, normally I start with this. I do not start with quick snap, I do not start with wrap around. I start with ankle lock because I want my opponent to discard very fast. Okay, so tag importer or my backstage, I will go look for ankle lock, and then if success he discard, not success he also discard because of chain trade. Okay, so this is a double one. Can? Alright, so next one, of course, a higher damage one I will go for 0-3. That's all I use for this. I don't pack atomic body lock also. So yeah this one can already but that's all. I only pack this because of the damage. Can? Alright, so one of the very key cards in chain to me for the yellow is 1-5. Okay, so 1 fort, of course very easy to get. and then 5 damage. Can a high damage, and for Team Anger, if he reverse from Arsenal, you can just go and search. No, 5 damage he reverse from Arsenal, he discard 1. Okay, so and of course the Fortitude 5. Next one will be Body Lock 5/7. Again, it's just for the damage. Okay, and also if you guys notice, all this is 5 fort or less. Let me just quickly. Or 5 fort less, so 0, 0, 0, 1, and 5. Okay, so if any one of these is not successful or what, then you just go and look for whatever you want. Okay, so I have at least one of each in my arsenal. In this case, I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. I have all 3 in my arsenal. Okay, then I constantly check my ringside pile. If I have 2 or more, then I know what to search. Or I just see my arsenal, I got what, then I take what. Okay, so Team Anger, you can search for all the 0 fort one, and then the rest of it you can just search with your catch and sketch can. Okay, so precision kick, victory roll, important win con. That's all. Alright, I am done with the chain trade finally. Thank you very much for watching. I still just want to recap because I feel like I talk too much. Okay, so catch Calgary. You want to play catch, you must have Calgary because you want the search engine. Old school psychology. This one again is bonus. You want to make your opponent discard. This is your search engine, not for Team Anger. Especially for when you are playing other types that don't have a proper search engine. Get your chain card under here, and then flawless transition. So that when you guys deck build, you guys can just refer to this lah. Don't waste so much time. Alright, over here, then tech importer as your search engine. Throw one side. Mid match. The butt crack just nice. Flawless transition, and then as fucking light. Desperate struggle is your backup, and then victory roll is your end game. Okay, one of the end game. Witty retort, make him think twice about keep discarding like free. Okay, precision kick put under here, and then the rest is actually just your 5 or less chain card. Okay, so once again I want to remind you guys, rest hold, please do not, at least pack 1 lah, you never know when you are going to need it. So rest hold over here. Okay, just remember this card is quite useful. Can? Alright, anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.